Hi guys, welcome back to this
Woo!
Skedaddle podcast. These are your hosts, John
Chris.
and today we're gonna stick with our spooky Halloween spooky theme. Um, but we're staying with the trend of Reddit subreddits.
Yeah.
We're gonna we picked two subreddits for today's episodes. One will be the RNDE, which is near death experiences.
What is the
And
R?
R is just the
Oh.
every subreddit has an R
R. Oh, I
forward
see, I
slash
see, I see.
for Reddit, subreddit, I guess. And then the other one will be our paranormal. Alright. Now, you want me to read the first one or you want to read it?
You can read it.
Yeah. Okay, so as usual, we sorted by top of this month. So this one is my NDE I experienced at 8 years old. I wanted to share my.
How old are you now?
Oh shoot, this is a
Oh,
long
wow, this
story.
is long.
I
So
didn't.
see, we don't open these.
Yeah, I just clicked on it. I didn't realize how long it was. But let me try to see if I can make it through. So I wanted to share my NDE that I had when I was 8 years old for anyone that may be interested in reading. I am now 27 years old.
Thank you for answering my question.
And it's still extremely vivid. I'm open to any questions if anyone has any. I want to tell you my NDE exactly as it happened. There will be no
How about you
exaggerating
just start saying
anything,
it?
nor will I make it sound like reading a book. Just straight to the experience. Okay.
That's not it.
I broke it up into paragraphs to make it easier to read. Okay.
Okay.
So my father was giving me a haircut in the bathroom. I got this instant sharp pain in my stomach out of nowhere. It was excruciating. I didn't want to mention it to my dad because he was very quick to anger and I didn't want to annoy him. My father stepped into the closet connected to our bathroom and to grab something. I looked into the mirror, almost crying and holding my stomach. I yelled, "Mom, help," before I completely blacked out. Okay. The first thing I remember is hovering over my body in the bathroom. I saw myself but felt absolutely no emotion. It was like I was watching a boring commercial. I had absolutely no pain. I looked at the right and I saw my mother yelling and jumping up and down like a child. She was hysterical and was yelling for help. I thought, that's weird. Why is she so upset? I focused my attention on the left side and saw my father run out of the closet. He was initially holding a bag of clippers, but dropped them on the floor before running up to me. He grabbed me and was shaking my body. At this point, I still had no emotion. I wasn't sad or scared. I just kept thinking to myself, why is everyone freaking out? It didn't occur to me that I was dead or experiencing something that I shouldn't be experiencing. I was just watching and going with the flow. It was almost like leaving the TV on in the background and only taking glances here and there when a good part comes on.
All of the references are TV related.
No. I turned my attention behind me and saw all my siblings in the doorway. They had a look of horror and panic in their faces, something I'll never forget. I even remember the order that they were standing in the doorway. I focused my attention back on my dad. At this point, he began violently shaking my body as if I were a small toy in his hands. It looked forceful enough that it could give me a whiplash.
I was like concerned with it.
After a few seconds of him shaking, I slowly started to move toward my body. It seemed like the more he shook, the more he lured me back into my body.
So it does work?
I guess so.
Somebody.
I kept going closer and closer, and the second I made contact with my body, I was awake in my dad's arms. I was confused and didn't realize what had just happened to me. My parents rushed me to the hospital. When in the
They could
hospital,
have rushed you to the hospital before shaking you so much.
I think it just happened really fast.
Okay, okay.
I mentioned that I saw everything. When I mentioned this comment, I did it so innocently. I did not know it would evoke the reaction it did. My parents started asking me what I meant by that. The doctor was sitting staring at me, puzzled, but she was obviously interested in what I said. They kept pressing me about it, so I told them exactly what I saw. I told them exactly where my mom was and how she was jumping up and down. I told them which side of the closet my dad came out of. They ordered, and that he dropped a bag of clippers on the way to me. I told them about my siblings in the doorway, exactly the order they were standing. My parents turned pale as ghosts. They started hysterically crying. They were saying that there was no way I could have known all of this because I was unconscious. I told them with a matter-of-fact tone that I did. Oh, okay. Oh, I did.
You're 8 years old.
I remember the doctor softly yelling at my parents, saying that they couldn't give me a medical reason for what happened. I remember the doctor saying it is possible that he died for a few seconds. I heard that. but I didn't care.
Why is he making it so fucking dramatic? Okay.
I just wanted to go home and play PS2. That same night, the experience was pretty much gone from my memory. I literally just wanted to go back to playing PlayStation and having fun. As I got older, I think back on my experience, and it really sets in. I died and had a short NDE. I was present in my spirit or soul while watching outside my body. There's my entire experience in detail.
Okay. Why am I not impressed?
I'm not impressed either.
So does this prove there's ghosts?
No, right? Because I thought like ghosts is if you're really dead, and you just can't make it over the other side.
No, like ghost is that element that is inside of us that when we're alive is within the body, and when we're not, it's outside of the body.
So that's the soul, right?
I think that's the same thing. Yeah. Ghost is the format of your soul when it's outside of your body. You're a person and you're a ghost, but it's the soul is the same thing. So, but I don't know. Like, I mean, I really want to hear the medical explanation for this, because you do need eyes to see, and if your eyes are closed, what are you seeing?
And the fact that, you know, like you were telling me, I don't know, another episode about having hallucinations, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's different, right? Because
this is in my mind, it's a hallucination, because it's like his brain went to this dream
but it
land,
matched
right?
what there was.
Yeah, that's my problem. But what are the different possibilities that it could have happened? Like, he saw his dad went to the closet, right? He probably heard, still was capable of hearing the clippers falling down, right? Because you can guess, if your dad's cutting your hair, he's gonna go get clippers, right? And so I can explain. I think there's nothing wrong with that, right? And jumping up and down, your mom, I think, is something like your vibration. You hear your mom yelling. The order of the siblings. That's the only thing that. But then there's different combinations. How many different combinations?
I know, right? And he exactly got it right, because how will you know how they stood? And the first comment is, I'm guessing you are not afraid of death anymore. That is very powerful.
How's that powerful? I'm sorry.
I know. Some of these are just...
No, but people do get touched by these things.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that. See, thank you for sharing. That's super wild.
Valid.
Okay. Oh, valid. Okay. I said wild.
What? PS2 games are pretty rad.
Yeah. There's a lot of good ones.
This person wants to talk about PS2. Very really responding, very understanding or sensitive to such things. Nice. I believe you. Did they figure out what happened? Was the stomach... Yeah, I just want to say, like, how about the stomach pain?
They said they concluded it was a vasovagal syncope. Yeah, that caused my fainting. In my case, they could not figure out what the trigger was, which could be multiple things. They drew lab work and ran a CT of the abdomen, but everything came back clean. Okay.
So what happened then? Like, why?
I don't know.
It happens?
Maybe it's a long comment.
I would like to hear more about what the hospital staff discovered about the condition that led to your experience. Same here, equal volume. Equal volume?
For the equal volume 4718.
Okay.
For the skeptics out there, read a similar account from medical records written by a pediatric cardiologist regarding an 11-year-old girl who had a long QT syndrome.
Genetic
abnormality in one's heart rhythm that can cause ventricular fibrillation.
Okay.
We're still dead, if not defibrillated.
Okay. Often families don't know they have this condition until someone dies unexpectedly, and then the family undergoes tests. Many of them. This is also often because, I'm an RN and a large and well-reputed medical... You don't have to say well-reputed medical facility.
Okay, where's the long story short?
How is this getting to the point that somebody died? She stated the doctor at the time that she recalls floating from the perspective of the upper corner of her family room, observing her mother frantically performing chest compression. This don't make sense, though. Like, you can guess these things. While simultaneously calling 911, the note didn't go into any great detail, or did the doctor. Yeah, these are all, like, I think our brain is capable, specifically when you're in a familiar room, you know all the details. You know the voices of the people. You know who's mom, who's dad. and there is consciousness because you're not dead yet, right? So there's just some of the connections of your brain has stopped because you're seizing, and then some sort of seizure or whatever. The other ones are still gathering information and your brain processing them and giving you a picture.
I mean, it could really be a
It's just
coincidence. There's nothing that says, oh no, it cannot be a coincidence that you told the order exactly, right?
Unless something, for example, if somebody is capable, because all of these things I've ever heard about, it's they are floating over their body, seeing these people around them, some nothing like completely out of extraordinary, like, and then there was this letter that suddenly opened and it read, I think like blah blah blah, something that there is no way you could have guessed. Nothing like that. Bring me one that if it has audience. I just want to know something that is completely out of ordinary that nobody in the house has ever seen or anything like that. That then we be talking.
I had when I was a kid, I swear I could like had a dream about something that would happen and it will happen. But I don't know if it will be very close to what had happened.
Yeah, I have that too. Yeah, that's a question I have all the time. That I had dreams because you know how I dream so much and I remember them so much. I had dreams that I remember about the time that I remember it, and then many years later the exact same thing happened, and that just really gets me confused.
Yeah,
I have no explanation why.
I had some dream about like, oh yeah, like it was something about my teacher and she was asking me to do something, and then that day at school it happened. I'm like, what?
And the people that I have not met but I remember them from that dream, and I see them and oh my god, what is this happening, why is this, like I cannot explain that. I don't really know. I really hope somebody figure these things out. Dreams are really confusing to me.
Well, that's what they said, that when you dream, your spirit or some kind of spirit goes into the flow of time, you know, it experiences their own thing, and then it goes back to you, and then you feel those experiences.
Sure. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's do this one. Let's see. Hopefully, this one is not as long. Okay.
Okay. Post NDE. Okay, let me read that. I like their. It's called. This person is Intelligent Fee. 5568. These are like Reddit made one, or people choose them.
Some of these. This one looks like a
automated. Okay. Post NDE. Upon returning, everything feels unreal, and I can't make myself fit back in. Anyone experience this? Seeking advice from NDEers? I had an NDE about 3 years ago. Since then, my daily reality is fundamentally different. Almost like I'm living in Narnia or the other side of the looking glass. Nothing is real the way it used to be. Along with that, my perception shifted into something I called animistic. I sense that everything around me is alive and conscious. I feel the energy of things and a constant relationship with the spirit side of the world. Being in relationship with nature is the only time I feel truly okay. I also came back with a very clear understanding that the only true reality, the only real currency is love. But we should start recording our faces, seriously. No. But I'm having a lot of trouble integrating that insight into a society that feels fragmented and uncaring. Ordinary life has become hard to tolerate. Work and the 9-to-5 grind feel like pure human extraction. Slavery for things that don't even matter.
There you go.
I can't pretend to fit back into a system that now feels shallow and empty. Sometimes I wonder if this is permanent dissociation or psychosis. I've never been diagnosed with anything, or if it's just a permanent after effect of the NDE. Has anyone else experienced this, a major ongoing shift where everyday reality feels thin or unreal, and you can only function when you're in touch with the spirit side of things? How have you coped or integrated? I really appreciate hearing from others who might be living with similar changes. I really appreciate if you told us about your NDE experience. And the top thing, there's a mod thing that approved it apparently because there were so many doubting.
Doubters were saying like, oh, this is like saying like this is a positive subreddit. Don't do this. Debating how people feel, kind of thing. You know?
Okay, first comment. I haven't had an NDE. Okay, I don't care about your opinion.
Yeah, this one was very.
It occurred to me that Blissing always. It occurred to me that the discipline. Like, come on.
Oh, this one. Look at this one.
I'm actually crying. Okay, I'm a timely scientist 4854. I'm actually crying while reading this because this is exactly how I felt for the last 2 weeks. Like, I'm Katie in Mean Girls and everyone around me is on a wild kingdom. The world does not feel real. I feel like I'm in the upside down or stuck in a video game. 3 years? I can't even imagine. If you ever want to talk, you can message me. I hear you loud and clear, and I echo your frustrations. You are not alone.
Okay, these people need to get diagnosed with.
No, just go talk to a therapist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because everybody kind of.
Oh my
feels
God,
like
Blissing
that.
always keeps commenting on this.
Have you tried
asking higher power?
Praise
Praise the Lord. Din, 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 praise the Lord. Right after my NDE and for a couple months after I lived in a state of genuine bliss, I had seen in my NDE that literally everything is always okay. And there was no reason to fear anything on earth or heaven because my life on earth was a dream illusion and I cannot be harmed and cannot die, not really, because my true self is in heaven and my spirit is indestructible, and that is all that truly matters. I saw it and understood it fully. So upon coming back, I had zero fear, which means I was always totally present. I was no longer worried about anything. When you're not worried or resentful or guilt-ridden, you stay perfectly present in the now. And so each moment was new and beautiful and full of interesting things, full of exciting yet peaceful life, full of meaning, full of quiet, nourishing communication. The moment just cascaded and I rode them like beautiful waves. This is such an interesting takeaway from an Indeed. I like this because, well, I died. Okay, cool. There's like, this is nothing. This is what's gonna happen. What's the worst gonna happen? I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna like this person approach is like peaceful, right? But some people might be like, you know what? Let me just live for a moment, right? And that's peaceful.
Blissing always.
Blissing always. I love this. Thank you. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Ever since I was born, I feel like I've never fit in.
Everything is so harsh.
That's a different problem. I'm sure. I'm sure there's a subreddit for that.
You got different issues.
And then Blissing always said, "Be not of this world. You can be an oasis or island of calm and consistent kindness for others in a harsh world. If you don't fit in harsh, you must be doing something right." What the fuck? Okay, let's get out of this.
You know, I think this Blissing always is that lady that sends the emails.
No, she doesn't have that feeling. This is like one of those Facebook people.
Yeah, exactly.
Know? Yeah, so go get out of this subreddit. This was just disappointing.
Okay. Next one. But even the feeling, like, I remember in high school, at some point I felt like, oh yeah, I'm just going with the flow. You know, but that's just like a normal thing for someone to experience, like, oh yeah, what is the meaning of life? Like, what am I doing?
And this person, the original person, was experiencing not being part of. Sorry, I'm eating something. I shouldn't be eating something we're recording.
Very what?
Disconnected.
Yeah, but at some point I kind of felt like that when I was in school, high school.
Yeah, like part of
for like
puberty.
A month or two. Yeah, part of puberty, right? Like something that just kind of happens.
Yeah, we're out of that.
Yeah.
Let's go to another one.
What is this always one? We're coming for you. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. That's the most haunting part of it. Blissing always.
Do you think they're always high? That's why it's blissing always?
No, she's just. I'm sure it says she.
Yeah, I think
and,
so too.
She's just so in the church all the time. Just is blissing always.
Oh.
With Bible in her pocket. Okay. What subreddit is this?
This one is the R Paranormal.
You don't need to say the R if it's everywhere all the time.
Everyone says it like that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's the what do you call it? The convention.
The language, yeah.
The language, yeah. Is this a hunting like, you know, being hunted?
Mm-hmm.
My home, body, and luck are falling apart. Okay, so they got bewitched or something.
Describe the
Not bewitched, but
crazy picture.
and the picture is just someone's head in a car, and
Not someone's hair in a car.
I mean someone's head. Oh yeah, no.
Someone's
the top of
someone. Car.
Yeah, the top of someone's head, right? Like they're sitting in their car, and their hair is all like looking wet and sticky and like not washed for like weeks.
Yeah. Like you put like
gel
glue.
Or something.
Yeah, like glue on your hair.
And I looks all dirty and matted and almost like there's bugs living in it or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, TLDR.
What does that mean? Thank you, Lord.
No. I think it means like too long.
Did read.
No. I forgot exactly.
Okay.
At some point I looked it up, so someone will tell us. For approximately 2 to 3 years, something else has been targeting my life. Stains.
For 2-3 years, your hair's been shave that shit.
No. Stains, shadows, physical symptoms, scalp picture above. Damn, that's your scalp? Lost items and bad luck. Starting around my dog's Kobe's illness. I've tried doctors, pest control, cleansings, and repairs, and nothing helps. Desperate for advice.
Oh my god, this is so sad.
Oh my god, this is so long.
Okay, read
it. Story. My attempt at summarizing.
Yeah, you did not do well. It's like 2 pages.
Hi everyone, I've been hesitant to post this, but I feel like I'm at a point where I cannot ignore what's happening anymore. Physically and practically, my life has been unraveling.
Have you tried going to therapy?
And something bigger than me feels like it's taking over my life. Ooh. This all started about 3 years ago, around the time my dog Kobe was diagnosed with kidney failure. He was always such a strong, independent dog. Walked with me the only time he was truly attached. But during this period, he became unusually dependent and needy, almost like he knew something bad was coming. Every time I see this, I think it's ChatGPT.
It has like those dashes.
Yeah. Shortly before this past Christmas, my mom called me crying, saying that Kobe probably wouldn't make it to Christmas. When I came home for the holiday, he wasn't the Kobe I knew. Is Kobe or Kobe?
It was a Kobe, but he wrote it for me.
He was weaker, more clingy, and strangely dependent on me. That Christmas break felt heavier because we became closer in this strange, intense way. Oh my god. The first week of January, I got really sick, vomiting in unusual shapes.
What?
Shapes? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Like, I threw up, standing up, sitting down, laying on my side.
I pictured throwing up triangles.
No. Like a cartoon?
Yes.
No, vomited in unusual shapes. Like this. And that's when a freak accident at work happened. Someone came late to my yoga class. Oh, and dropped a glass.
To my class? To what?
Yoga. Someone came late to my yoga class and dropped a glass water bottle. I tried to clean up myself, injured my hand, fainted, and was fired for not following proper protocol. Even though there was no first aid kit. Fighting through HR didn't work, and that incident marked the start of a chain of chaos.
So he was a yoga teacher? Or he was a janitor?
I think it's a she now.
Or she or he. Is a yoga teacher?
This looks like a man's head, but it could be because they had this for 2 or 3 years. Around the same time, my paranormal experiences began escalating. 3 years ago, I was having sleep paralysis.
I have not seen any paranormal experience yet. What do you mean escalating? Okay.
Because she got fired, all these things.
How's that paranormal?
The dog died. I don't know, because it all happened in a short amount of time, I guess.
Life sucked right? For the past month. Okay.
And then it says, 3 years ago, I was having sleep paralysis where a creepy hand beside me was holding me down.
Okay, here we talked about this last episode, man.
I mean, that's true, I guess. At the beginning of this year, I woke up all morning with my hands inflamed, and my boyfriend, she, had even said,
"Don't be so judgmental."
That's true.
Still could be a he.
Yeah, and my boyfriend has said even, like they looked like old lady hands. Then I started seeing dark shadows in Kobe's room while he was still alive. He screamed in pain at night, and marks will appear where he had been. I now see the same marks everywhere. My body and skin feel stretched. My scalp is a mess. Added a pic. Yes. My hair suddenly went red, abnormally brunette, doing blonde, and sensations of being physically squished or pulled. My boyfriend recently slept over and felt something pressing on his chest. Maybe it was you. My apartment has become unmanageable to handle. Garbage trails follow me. What? What do you mean?
Garbage trays follow me?
Hair clippings and even my foot clippings vanish. What?
Your
You
foot
say
clippings?
your foot clippings?
What is a foot clipping?
I'm guessing like
Your
she clipped her
toe.
toes, right?
Yeah, cause toe clipping. Don't clip your
But what do you
foot.
mean they vanished? Like, do you save them?
Oh my god. I'm having too much fun.
Appliances echo after I turn them off. Okay. Chairs move when no one's there.
I think this person needs to get an MRI.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a good chance.
Stains on garbage trails follow me. Okay, she already said that.
What does that mean? Like garbage follow her?
This one's like, are you eating, not picking it up, or what? I don't understand. My apartment. Oh, it says stains and garbage follow me everywhere. My apartment, my parents' house, even my car. No matter how much I clean, sweep, or vacuum, nothing makes a difference. That doesn't make sense. Pest control, environmental checks, professional cleaning hadn't solved anything. I spent $7,000 to fix my car. BMW told
You
me
needed to tell us it's BMW.
I wasn't going crazy and that my oil engine had leaked because there was some chewing or tampering with the wiring there, and it had looked like someone had dumped like over a gallon of coffee in the entire console, so right under my armpit will rest.
What?
I think you're just not clean.
You're so judgmental.
No.
Of this lady. Maybe it's you.
Because what do you mean trash trails follow me? That's like, are you eating and dumping the wraps behind you, or like, you know?
Okay, read this. Is interesting.
Looking back to this whole thing started, bad stuff was happening, but I would just keep thinking like, okay, that is not in alignment with me, I guess. And I just kept trying to stay positive, and even with the lucid dreaming, I was like, I don't want to give I give whatever this is power. For example, 2 years ago, my best friend since high school randomly ghosted me. Shortly after I ended my engagement, I hadn't fully opened up about it, but even now, looking back, I realized they should have supported me, especially after 10 years of friendship. Around that same period, I was fired from my full-time marketing job. I pivoted to teaching yoga and Pilates, and things were going really well.
So she was a teacher,
Yeah.
okay.
But it seems like whenever he's following me, isn't happy with me, making the best of my life. Since then, I have freak accidents, lost opportunities, and even tried spiritual cleansing, church visits, and personal help.
Professional help.
Yeah, and professional help, including a scam, black magic, clearing, cost me money. Nothing works. It's reached a point where I can't even do the things I love anymore. I can't stretch in yoga or Pilates without feeling wrong in my body. More fragile things fall out of my hands, or I drop things I can form proper sentences. Sometimes if someone asks me a question, maybe to get a MRI.
I still think, yeah.
Things randomly appear.
I think she's having lapses in her memory.
Yeah.
So things happens and she doesn't remember, or that in those times she's having like doing different.
She haven't had a seizure or something.
Yeah, right.
I feel trapped in my own body, in my own space. I haven't even been able to properly grieve Kobe because I'm fighting something I don't understand, and it's isolating. See, my fingers randomly turn black.
What?
And I feel my beauty and energy are being stripped away. Oh, my beauty. Okay. Sometimes I feel like my place is mirroring my grandmother I was named after. I wake up and I catch myself standing or moving like her, and it's unsettling. One morning, my hands look like an old lady's hands. She has stains everywhere in her home, mostly water stains, but as a kid I always thought they looked like eyes, and I remember always being weirded out by certain objects in her house. Now I have similar marks, and it creeps me out. The day after she died, there was a bird watching me and Kobe. Once, while vacuuming my apartment in frustration, I look out my porch. I live near an airport on the top floor, and there was the same bird staring at me from that side. I heard that we sometimes pay for the sins of our grandparents or ancestors, and that they will have done anything for it. No, and that's what? And sometimes I feel like that might have been what's happening to me. My grandparents worked incredibly hard for money, and they will have done anything for it. And now, being basically broke, it makes me question if some of this is tied to them. A friend once told me that spirits can latch on and make you think they're familiar when they're not. Thinking about it that way has made me feel conflicted about my grandparents, even though I know it's not fair, and yet the experience feels similar or connected to them. I've asked for clarity on what is this, but it doesn't reveal itself. It stays hidden enough to cause stress on our day-to-day living, while making me look messy, disoriented, stupid, and repulsive. Has anyone experienced something like
I just
this?
want to see if somebody offers like,
Even
to go
advice on how to reclaim your space,
neurologist.
body, energy when something invisible seems to be actively harming you will be helpful. I'm desperate. If you made it this far, thank you so much for reading.
You're welcome.
I know this is a long and a lot to take in. I just can't think straight these days, and I'm doing my best to get it all out. I really appreciate anyone who takes the time to listen and share advice.
Okay, top what's coming.
First, okay, let me do for top best because now I started.
What does best mean?
The most upvotes.
Okay.
Yeah. You might want to leave the place you are living and start somewhere else new. Hunting, maybe. Toxins in the environment, more likely. Yeah. I mean, it's
You're
true.
getting like physically sick.
See, this person says that, OP, you say your hair's turning red, and that stood out to me. When I was having some stomach problems, my hair got this terrible reddish tint. My doctor told me it was literally malnutrition. Even if your weight hasn't changed, you could be missing critical something of your diet. In your diet. I will go to the doctor and start there. I really hope you figure out what's going on.
Yeah, get the
and
blood
you aren't
work.
alone. See, you need to test it for lead poisoning.
Yeah, exactly. And it
Yeah.
causes a lot of hallucination, delusions.
I was like, maybe she got GB.
No, she doesn't have anything like
Okay.
that. She has some neurological problem.
Look, crazy thought. Could your boyfriend poison your first dog and test it and then started poisoning you? How's your relationship going?
That's a very good idea because it does seem like chemically or something is
like
getting
something
wrong
is-
with
yeah.
her.
Especially her fingers turning black.
I don't know what she means by that. I wish there was a picture
maybe
of that.
purple. You know, maybe
Dark,
like
it gets dark. Like
Yeah.
there's something that is messing up with her neurological system
Mm-hmm.
because she is having ache in her body, right? So like the brain connection and also like the chemical body features of her body is changing.
like her hands getting red and looking like an old lady's.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
like
Get swollen, all
swollen.
that. Yeah.
And then she responds, "Okay, it's funny you say that because sometimes whenever I'm bitching to him about it all, like he'll say, imagine it's me." Hmm?
Like for example, the pouring coffee in the car or like chewing things.
Mhm.
So like I started at the beginning. I started thinking somebody's messing with her
Mhm.
because like it does really make you mess up. Remember the time that my car was flipped?
Yeah.
Imagine if somebody kept messing up with my car, and it makes you like, what is happening, right?
Yeah.
And like also like how he randomly like said every time he stays here he feels like something, so just enabling
yeah.
her
Mhm.
whatever illusion.
So the only thing is that the guy loves animals way more than I do. He has a dog of his own, and I can never see him
The
cause
dog
harm
had a
like that.
kidney failure problem. That has nothing to do with this. That was that just
Yeah,
happens.
I mean, he does have a key. He actually set up my new lock, and when this whole thing started, trust me, I kind of look into that without being too paranoid. I don't think it's him, but I'm also really needing to reply to this comment, especially or this chain, because I don't want you to think that it was offensive or anything.
Mm-hmm.
If I hadn't thought of this myself, it might have been my ex-fiance, but he's got to the point where he's like, I don't even think it's him.
Mm.
It could be like a new girlfriend or his or something. When I brought the car last month, the girl has said that the technician suggested to file a police report because they said there was an intentional tampering with my car.
Yeah, okay, here we go. That explains a lot. Okay.
The tampering, though, whenever I noticed something was going wrong, okay, it will always be after I was teaching classes, wish he'd be taking my class or with me. Okay, so
I see.
yeah, so the boyfriend will be either with her or doing something else. His concern was that I was being targeted for sex trafficking after we visited Peru back in November, and we had a layover in
Maybe in
Colombia.
Peru you got also like ate
Yeah, or
something.
something.
You got touched. This is a House MD episode.
Oh,
Seriously,
yeah?
yeah.
It's like my boyfriend notified authorities right away and gets mad at me whenever I go to the grocery shopping or something past like 8 o'clock and says you need to carry bear spray. There's no way someone follow you from Peru all the way here. Just what? Like that doesn't happen.
Like, ooh, I like this one.
Yeah.
No. But like, it's probably she got something. She ate something wrong there, and got it stayed in her. Something that kind of hooks into your neurological system and doesn't get clean out of your system. And the dog is just a coincidence, but all of her body features, because everything is very much around her, is that, and also I think, again, she's just having a bad time because it's over a span of 2-3 years. Of course, if I imagine if I look at my past 2-3 years, the car was flipped, the 4 tires were stolen, my car got drowned, like it's all just about my car, right? The apartments, like all the crap thing that happens. Our water is just going down, blah blah blah. If I really want to think of, I can find so many different things that went wrong, right? And those happen, but because her physical health is in here constantly wrong and it's consistent. Something she's poisoned, but something that stays within your system.
Yeah, it's almost
because she started with throwing up shapes. No, that was just another thing. Didn't I get food poisoning for the first time in my life in the past year? So, different shapes.
Unusual shapes. I'm like, okay, so sitting down, standing up.
Stars. No, I can still thinking the things she threw up were like unusual. Oh my god, what is that? Looks like a dog.
The pyramid.
But this is real pain and fear.
Yeah, I think
this is why life is like the real life is the scariest shit ever. All the problems, money you have to spend on money, your transportation, your appearance gets thing because of things you do.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I think she needs to go to the doctor. Get a brain scan too.
Yeah, did she ever comment on going to doctor? Because just start with the blood work, then get some full checkup.
Yeah, she was just chiming in to say that just because nothing has been found doesn't mean that there's nothing physically wrong going on. As someone who's chronically ill, diagnosis can take a long time.
Yes.
Toxins can especially be tricky.
Very.
I had similar symptoms for mold toxicity that flare up underlying health issues to a severe degree. There are a lot of toxins and a lot of ways they can present and sources they can come from.
I'm so happy we're not alone.
Yeah, it could be mold, something in your pie, something in the air. It could even be severe allergies to something environmental. Is there anyone you live with who could be poisoning you? See, someone says yeah, it's the same. I found myself the
it's
same
the poisoning thing, yeah.
Yeah, she's got something going on. Maybe she's just ended up getting a disease that just developed later in life, right? Like Crohn's.
But because her mind constantly wants to go throughout luck or haunting, she doesn't even think that way.
Yeah.
And then there are everybody gets random shitty days, right? And then you want to put that overlay on this.
Yeah.
But this was the best one we ever
I know,
had,
this one was the
seriously.
best one, yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys. This is not we really thought there's going to be some spooky things.
Yeah, but I cannot take the spooky thing seriously sometimes.
Yeah, but some people are very good at saying the stories.
That's true.
I just wanted to get entertained like that.
Mm-hmm.
This was a good story. Okay, I can't go.
Well, that's why I say sometimes maybe we should sort by best of all time.
Oh.
And then read those.
Yeah,
those are very popular, right?
Okay.
So we can do that next time, maybe.
In the comments, write down for us what kind of outfits or costumes you're gonna go for Halloween.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna go dinosaurs.
Dinosaur train. We're gonna get on the dinosaur train.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a Pteranodon.
I don't know. I'm gonna be
probably T-Rex.
Yeah, T-Rex.
Okay.
Or the one with the huge wings.
The king of dinosaurs. The huge wings. So Pteranodon is a flying dinosaur, but it's not a huge dinosaur. There's like another one, I forgot its name. The one that was like 30 feet huge. Like
like the wingspan?
The one that the biggest thing that has ever flew in the world. That's a dinosaur. It's an interesting looking dinosaur. You can be that. But those are hard. I think for costumes, generally going with Triceratops.
I want the one with the, and then you like have the little hands.
That's a T-Rex with the 2 finger.
Yeah.
My favorite dinosaur of all time, I think, is Triceratops. Triceratops is the one with the huge crown.
Yeah.
Because that thing is connected to their skull. That is so interesting.
I always liked the one with the super long neck.
Oh, Brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus?
Yes.
I always thought, like, man, they're so cool.
So cool. They're
they're
huge.
just like way up there.
Yeah. And they're even though they're herbivores, but they're so big that most of the carnivores couldn't even touch them. Because they would just hit their neck.
They'll just be like,
boy. Ankylosaurus is also interesting. Ankylosaurus is the one with the huge ball at the end of his tail.
Yeah.
So
Like,
boom. It's so cool. Like, those are some cool features. Like, I still sometimes think that dinosaurs were made up. Like, because how imaginary
but there are
features.
fossils,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, and they're like, well, you can plant
So in our city, Museum Natural Sciences, there is a Triceratops that is a mummy. So it was preserved in whatever reasons that it has its skin on it. It's the coolest thing. And all the information they got, like, because generally they only have bones or even molds of bones, but this one is full bones and skin on it. And it's so cool. So cool.
No, they were made up. They don't exist.
Yeah. Stegosaurus is also interesting. Stegosaurus is the one with all the kind of spikes.
The spikes on the spine, right? Yeah. You watched the movie Dinosaur? There's a movie about dinosaurs by Disney or Pixar. I forgot what it was called though. But it has to do with like the meteor hit kind of thing. You know what's the movie?
The old one?
Yeah, it's really old.
Land Before Time?
Maybe?
The Littlefoot was a character in it?
No.
And Sharptooth? I know all the dinosaur things.
No, it was just dinosaur. There was
This is Land Before Time.
No.
Okay, it's an old
It was
cartoon.
it was like animated. Yeah, this one, Dinosaur.
I haven't seen this.
You haven't seen that one?
No.
Oh, I love this movie.
Adventure Action 2000. Is it for kids or is it not? Okay.
I mean, it's kind of for kids.
It's on Disney.
Apparently.
Can go back to that. Sorry, we should have stopped.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's true. Well, guys, now we know we are interested in dinosaurs.
Yeah. This was a good example to see like how we just talk.
Yeah, you just switch topics from left to right. But
all
yeah,
right.
that's all we have for today. Thank you.
Give us ideas for our next spooky episode.
I know, like at first I was like, okay, these are my beliefs, kind of thing. Now the stories.
Because now I thought we were gonna get more stuff from the Reddit stuff.
I can look up more.
Okay.
More
something like I want some bone chilling story. Be like, ooh. Do you have the book you were talking about the last episode?
No, I always try to find it, but it's in Spanish, so it's not gonna translate the same, Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. Until next time, and let's get that.
Bye.